Hey, it's Susan Anders, Green Status Unique Presenter. So I've had a couple questions about the mascara, and because you guys know that the 3D Plus is a new formula, and the reason why they did a new formula was because when they were making it, the previous mascara, there were so many knockoffs, people were stealing the formula, so now we have it completely made in the USA in 4 different locations. Different ingredients come from different areas and they compile them together in different areas so that the formula cannot be duplicated, but they are still working out a few kinks on it. So one of the problems that I've been hearing is, and maybe not everyone is experiencing this because everybody's different the way they put it on and everything, but I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you with some of the things that I've been hearing. So the gel, once you start using it, when you first open it, it's very thin, it's a gorgeous feel, it goes on really nice. But once you start using it, after like 3-4 weeks, it starts to get kind of gooky, thicker, with some fibers on it, because what happens when you're putting it on is you're putting on the gel, and then you're putting on the fibers, and then you're going back and putting the gel on again, and some of those fibers get stuck on here, and then they get in the tube, and then the tube gets a little thicker and a little more gookier. So, is that a word, gooky? So, anyway, if you're pulling your wand out and it's got an excess, now that's just gel, but if it has an excess of fibers built up on it, or it's starting to get gooky, what you can do is you can actually use a tissue, or I prefer to use the Shine cloths because they're infused with all this good stuff, and that kind of cleans it better while still at the same time conditioning it and not getting little like tissue fibers and stuff on it. I will take this and just clean it real well, run it through, and then I will run it under warm water or hot water and clean that off so it's just a clean wand that you're sticking back in your tube. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put water in it, and you don't want to never pump your tube. Like when you put it in, you can swish it around, but don't ever pump it because that puts air into your tube and that will make it gooky as well. So the other thing I like to do to thin it down a little bit when it starts to get gooky is to take my rose water. This is the refreshed rose water, which has multiple uses. You can use it as a toner for your hair, as a spritzer to set your makeup, and you can also use it to wet your mineral pigments, but I will take it and spray just 1 or 2, 3, 4, maybe, depending on how thick my mascara is, on the wand, and then put it back in and swish it around. And you guys know you have this little window on here that tells you when you're out of gel. So that kind of swishes that around, thins it out a little bit, and then when you go to use it, it's perfect. So those are just some little tips and tricks. They're still tweaking the formula, trying to make it perfected, but in the meantime, those are some little tips and tricks that you can do. So not everybody's having that problem, but if you are, that is why. So I just wanted to give you some tips and tricks on that. Have a great day and sparkle and shine.